Hey, it's Coach Chris with Hoops King, and I want to show you my On the Back Layup series. So if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new videos, turn on the notifications, and if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments, or if you'd like to see any other videos, just let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see. Now, these are layups against a live defender, and over the last year of coaching a youth team, we went away from doing just your normal standard layup lines. We didn't do any layups without a defender guarding you. And I want to make the layups more game-like because when you're in a game, there's usually a defender there. And you know, the kids that I coach all got to the point where, yeah, really easy to make layups with nobody guarding you. And so then we moved to where I wanted that live defender to make it game-like, and so you can adjust the defender, how tough you want the defense to be on these, but we're going to talk a lot about different things like attacking, how to attack in straight lines, footwork, and then how to finish. And so we're going to go through the series of on-the-back layups against a live defender. So when we start our on-the-back layups, our defender is going to be facing away. He's going to turn his head. He's going to have a disadvantage here, obviously, because he's not going to know when she leaves. She's going to put the ball on his lower back. Now, one mistake I do see some kids make, we got the ball up here, which means they're standing up here like this, standing straight up. We want to get low. So I say lower back. I want you to get your butt down so you can attack and step long. So if I'm standing up here on offense, I'm not going to cover much ground and I'm going to be really slow out of the gate. Because when I step here, I'm going to go with my left. I hardly get to his foot, and then I got to dribble. If I'm here, if I'm low, my foot gets a whole nother foot beyond him, and then I still have my dribble. So you got to get low is the first part of this. So I got to get low to go. All right. So now she'll have the ball on his lower back, and the first one we will do will be a one dribble underhand extended layup. So we're not taking 2 and 3 dribbles to go 20 feet. We're going to work on extending the dribble out. So I would say your first dribble should be right here to about that. Oh, you're looking to push that ball out this far off your first dribble. So you're covering lots of ground and then extending out and finishing. Don't miss your free workout. Just click down in the description to get your free workout, or right up here, and I'll email it to you right away. The next thing that the offensive player needs to do, and this is a huge mistake kids make all the time. She needs to dribble off and make contact and brush with him. So brush him, yeah, like that. We want to go by him just like that. Now let me show you the wrong way that lots of kids like to do it. They try to make it a foot race, and eventually they're going to run out of luck because they're not going to be faster than some kid, okay? And they go to the short corner, which is they're dead there, okay? So here's how a lot of kids do it wrong. They'll get it, they'll go, they try to make it a foot race where they're trying to do this, and very rarely will they win. Here's where they end up. So coaches, you're going to see this all the time when you start doing this drill. Here's what it's going to look like. The defense is going to push them out, okay? There's 2 problems there. First problem is didn't make contact with the defender and bump him and get into his defensive line right away. Second problem is they're just trying to have a foot race, and they're taking a bad banana angle. You got to go in straight lines here. So if you hit the defender up here first right away, it's going to be easy. You'll notice the kids that do this. Go ahead and get down, Kel. The kids that go like this are going to easily get to the rim and finish. The kids that don't make contact are going to have that defender all over them down there at the end. It's going to be a much harder finish. So do your work up here. Hit that defender, go right off them, and you'll get so many more easy layups than you will if you try to go in a banana and outrace somebody. One dribble. So we want to go one dribble. So do it again, just one dribble. There you go. So you don't want your feet to be out this wide because now it's not natural for running, okay? It'd be very hard to take off here. So we got to get our feet in here, just outside shoulder width, so when I go, I'm already by her. Okay, if my feet are too wide, I'm going to be slow, and if my feet are too narrow, I'm going to be slow. Give her a little more of a bump, and you'll have more success at getting rid of her. All right, you got to be a one hand underneath extended layup. All right, now, she's bumping you first there, so you got to bump her first. Here we go. There you go, good finish. There you go. Keep that other hand on the ball though. Just like that. So now I'm going to show you how to be very aggressive in attacking in this. I'm going to punch right through her body with my shoulder. And one. There you go. Watch her feet and see if she loads up. There you go. Good step. That's a good first step. Now, one mistake you'll see a lot of kids make is go and just play defense through. So what they're going to do is they're going to move one of these feet to load up. And again, that usually comes down to they are standing up too tall. Okay, because if I'm down here, I'm ready to step and go. My weight's right here like I would be in the starting blocks in track or football. I'm ready to push off and go. Versus standing up, you'll see kids do this. So essentially they're traveling here. So you don't want to see this. You don't want to see that back foot going back, because what they'll do is they'll try to load up so they're too high, and then they drop, and then they go. Start low in the first place, and then you won't have to try to load up. All right, let's take a few more reps. Okay. There you go. And see, and when you do it like that, you hit them early, it's really no contest at the end. If you're not hitting early, you'll get hit late, and then it's hard. All right, let's change it up. The next step of this is we're going to go across the lane with our left hand, but now we're going to give them 2 dribbles. We're still going off 1 foot. So the important thing is here, we're coming off the defender, we're pushing out. Our first dribble should be try to be in the paint. That's the goal. So here's the first mistake kids make when we start going this direction. Okay, now we give them 2 dribbles, so their first dribble is right to nowhere. I tell my players the first dribble should be in the paint. So get your eyes up. You know, don't have your head buried down here looking at the ground. Get your eyes up and have a target in that lane. Now, realistically from right here, it's probably going to be that elbow. So I'm going to try to get that ball to the elbow on my first dribble. And then I'm going to take that next dribble, and on this finish, it's 1 foot. We're going off 1 foot. So I want to see this. We're going to come in here, and we're going to turn our shoulders back into the, so it's not a layup like this. We're not coming in and shooting it straight off the backboard. You got to turn back into the basket, but I'm protecting the ball with my body. So the dribbles are on my hip. The dribbles are on my hip. So that last dribble comes off, I'm turning back in to the hoop. And where she's going to end up, if I go strong, she's going to end up standing right underneath the basket if I go strong and do it right. And she can't do anything there. And then I'm turning in and I'm shooting an overhand layup when we're going this direction. All right, let's take a look at it. There you go, good take. As you're going to see in them demonstrating the videos, guess what? They're missing some layups. It's not easy anymore. We could waste all our practice time going through here and shoot against nobody and make 100 out of 100. And then we're going to get in the game and we're going to make 40 or 50%. So we want to work against a live defender in practice, because this isn't easy now. It's much harder. I have to go harder, and I have somebody there. And so now when I get in the game, I'm going to be used to somebody being there. And it's going to take a long time. You're never going to be a 100% layup shooter in a game, but you're going to improve your percentage significantly by practicing against a live defender more often or all the time. All right. There we go. There you go. That's a good layup. Good layup. Okay, we're still coming right off that defender. There you go. Good. Coaches, if you want to get rid of your kids that want to do banana drives, then stick a cone, a chair, or you can even just stand right here. And so when he leaves now, there's no way he's headed to the short corner, because I've cut off his path there, and now he has to go on a straight line. Same thing going this way. If you want to really cut down their space and keep them driving as straight and make sure they hit that defender as they go, get in here tight and make them drive right by you, okay? Again, If you're busy, you want to watch something else, just set a cone here, chair, whatever you got. I would not use your regular small cones just because they're going to step right over them. It will mean nothing to them. So you have to use something with some size, either a big cone, a chair, or your body if you're willing to take a few shots now and then as well. But you want to get right in here so when they drive, they have to go. And you can keep creeping this down if you need to so that they really will hit that defender when they go. Or if you need to give them a little room, you can back it off too. Now again, this isn't a charge. If I was gonna charge against her, I'm not getting called for that in a game. I'm gonna have to hit her square in her body. You know, I'm gonna have to nail her right there to get called for a charge. I'm not gonna get called for a charge on a glancing blow. It's gonna be a block. Okay, so now we've done off 1 foot layups. Now we're gonna finish off 2. All right, so now we'll actually go, you can still go off the back if you want. On this one, sometimes I like to go off the shoulder, so I'll just put it on her shoulder, and we'll go 2 dribbles, and I'll get this spot, and I'll play from here. Now, one thing I really try to emphasize to my players is, when I land here, I do not immediately have to shoot the ball. You'll just see a lot of kids, as soon as they land here, she may be all over me, and they'll just, oh my God, I gotta shoot the ball. No, you can pump fake, you can pivot, you know, you got options here. You don't have to shoot it right. You can pump fake, get her up in the air, and then kiss it off the glass. So when we land on 2, we want to play with poise and not just throw the ball up because we're in a panic mode. All right, so let's take a look at our 2 foot finishes driving. Okay, so we're going off the shoulder. Okay, good. And that's the way this should look. You should see the defender on the offensive player's back. There you go. I'm gonna go off the back with a 2 foot finish just to give you the other variation you can do. There we go, good pump fake. And that's what we're looking for, because when you play, every kid wants to jump and block a shot. So if you take your time, pump fake, probably 8 out of 10 times that kid's gonna jump. So now we're gonna do the same thing, but we're going to the left. Let's start on the shoulder, and we're gonna dribble 2 hard dribbles to our left, land on the spot, and finish. To her tail right away, get low, get into her. There you go. We wanna get that spot down here. So if we do everything right, we're gonna win this spot. If we get here, defender's under the hoop, and we win. All right, here we go. There you go, good fake. Way to stay under control. We don't, again, the big thing is you do not have to shoot that ball the moment you land in the lane. Try to use that left hand now. So that's important, okay? Okay. Now it's very important that you hold your players accountable for using their left hand here, because yeah, I could shoot over her probably with my right hand, but if I'm playing in a game, there's probably kids 6'3" and up that I'm gonna have to shoot up against sometimes, and I can't put the ball in here. I got a defender, my body, ball, shot goes high off the glass. And not only do I wanna shoot with my left hand to protect the ball, I need to shoot it at the right angle so that even if she's taller, she can jump, that she can't block the shot. So this is gonna be a low angle that I don't wanna use. So I'm not gonna put it right in that box because she could easily block that still, even though I'm protecting the ball. So I'm gonna put it up high off the glass above the little white box and see how high I can shoot it off the glass, which basically will put it at an angle that nobody could block this shot. Let's look at it at a high angle. So I go up high off the glass there. That's gonna be much more difficult for anybody to block. So not only win this spot, protect the ball, but get it high off the glass so you give yourself your best chance of not only making the shot, but keep it from being blocked. Off 2, good, there you go. And that's what's gonna happen a lot of times is you'll see that defender initially, he's there to make the play, and then you pump fake, and then he goes flying away. So now we're gonna work on a spin dribble layup with this. So now when I go, just gonna go off the side. So she's gonna body me down into the lane, and then I'm going to release that pressure from her and spin back for the layup, okay? So it'll look something like this. We're just going to go in slow motion here. So I'm going, she's pushing on me, and then I'm going to spin off and spin down the lane. And again, here's the big part of shooting a good spin layup. Okay, so I leave her, and when I spin, I'm stepping down the lane line. Okay, I want to get as close to the basket as I can. So when I come in here and stop, I got to drop that foot, point that toe towards the hoop, so I'm covering as much ground as I can. And then also, look where my foot is. It's in perfect position to go right into the layup. If I step here and my toe is pointing that way, it's going to be much harder. Now I got to keep moving around. It's going to be slower. I'm going to have to pivot it around so I can get that angle to shoot the layup. So it's important to stick it and step it and then go underhand with that layup. I don't know, for some reason when I teach this to kids or start showing them this, they all want to come here and try to do that overhand, which is a shot that ends up being further away from the hoop. And now you got to get all these shoulders turned, and it's just a much harder shot than it is to bang, bang, bang. That's easy when you're going. There you go. So watch his feet, steps down, there you go. And again, we're still trying to drive as deep into that lane as we can. There you go, extend it out and get it high as you can off that glass when we practice this. We still want to practice a high arcing shot so a long defender won't block our shot. Again, you want to keep your players driving in straight lines here, so don't let them go above the elbow. I would say they have to go through these parts of the lane right here, the top lane line markers, okay? So the offense is going to go here, they got to go through here, and then they're going to spin, and then they're going to be close enough to easily finish that. If you're above the free throw line and pivoting, now you got to be Michael Jordan to try to finish that layup from there. All right, let's take a look at it. There you go, good. There you go. That's it. We would do those layups from the other side of the floor as well, so we're making sure we're working both hands equally for each type of layup that we worked on. And it's just a great way, I think, to really help your players learn to make layups in games. And you're going to have more missed layups in practice, obviously, than if you just do a bunch of layup lines where everybody has no defense on them. But it helps the kids get better, more confident, and then when they get in those games, they're going to have the ability to finish with that defender on them.